Carrier Ethernet OAM is made up of state-of-the-art protocols like Y.1731, MEF30, and 802.1ag. The NetBlazer now supports all of these protocols and does it in a way that puts the competition in the backseat. To be honest, we could spend an entire training session on this new Carrier Ethernet OAM feature. But for today's purpose, I will teach you the basic ropes on how to use this new feature. The first thing that you need to know is which service OAM standard is needed. From a sheer power standpoint, Y.1731 and MEF30 offer a much larger assortment of bells and whistles versus the 802.1ag standard. With that being said, let's concentrate on the Y.1731 feature. To set the mode, select the drop-down box for SOAM mode and let's choose Y.1731. In order to do any type of testing, we need to know who we are talking to. Since OAM only runs in layer 2, we need to know the MAC address of our destination point. In the peer MEP parameters, we must enter the right destination MAC address of the maintenance endpoint, also known as MEP. Once we enter the MAC address, we can simply run the OAM quick ping button. Sure enough, we can ping the destination MEP. The next step is to decide whether or not we want to put on the continuity check. This is one of the most basic aspects of OAM. An OAM CC function is really just a heartbeat message sent to other MEPs. So let's set that to unicast, since we're only talking to one MEP, at a rate of one message every 100 milliseconds, or the equivalent of 10 messages per second. Our next choice is test function. Do we want to run a loopback, test, a frame delay, a frame loss, or a synthetic loss test? The loopback function is very popular in the OAM world. You can compare it to an IP ping test. So let's go ahead and run the loopback test. We now have a wide variety of choices with this test. We can set the frame size anywhere from 64 to 16,000 bytes. We can set a certain number of frames to be sent out, or we can go where no other handheld tester can follow. How about we choose continuous type of traffic and then run that TX engine right up to its red line at 99.95% traffic, which is essentially full line rate. After hitting the start button, we can see that this feature is doing exactly what it said it could. First, we can see that the CC function is on and running with no hiccups. Second, we can see from the gauge that the loopback test is running as it said it would, which is right up there in the red line, where no other tester can even attempt to match. Marquis' 3 OAM tips of the day. During a customer demo, first make sure that the destination MAC address of the far end unit is entered. Second, validate that the far end unit can be reached by using the OAM quick ping feature. Finally, make sure that the far end unit is enabled to be an SOAM responder. While this might be a short tutorial, it should help you get the basics down pat and give you a feel of the power this new feature brings to the NetBlazer series.